So why are people saying in our chat you're a union buster?
So I don't blame the people who've been misled. I blame the people who are misleading them.
Bennett's done.
Peter, Jen, he's lying to your faces right here. He thinks he has no respect for y'all. He has no respect. Read the articles. Look everything up. You don't have to believe me. You can look it all. You can check it all.
Are you a union buster?
No, I'm definitely not a union buster.
Cenk did a 2-month union busting campaign. He rejected card check. He tells Ryan Grimm,
I don't believe in card check.
The NLRB forced him to post on the wall for 60 days for violating Section 7 of the NLRA. They use union busting law firms. TYT's 2 law firms related to these 2 cases. Sean Fain's chief of staff, Chris Brooks, saying it's a union bust. Refusal to recognize, withholding raises and bonuses, firing a unionized worker. Liz Schuler, president of the AFL-CIO, described Cenk as lying for claiming to be on the side of workers. Richard Trumka calls it union bust. AFL-CIO says union busting is disgusting. TYT Union, their voice is really what matters. This is what the TYT Union, this is the workers themselves. TYT needs to respect the choice we have already made instead of trying to pressure us out of it. They refer to what they're doing as another textbook union busting tactic. These are the Young Turks workers getting a petition going to try to get people to help them have their right to collectively organize recognized by Cenk Uygur, the progressive champion. They called it a senseless union busting campaign. Okay.
There's evidence that proves otherwise, though.
What evidence?
This guy is misleading. Then the NLRB notice shows up in my mailbox because they're required to mail former employees. He didn't mention this in the interview, nor does he mention the motivations for why we unionized.
So there was this giant miscommunication at that time as to the motivation.
Giant miscommunication is another word for lie. The reason was exploitative working conditions. The union actually started 18 months before he became a politician. That's when workers first reached out to IATSE. A round of firings happened. That effort froze. I got hired in the end of 2018 to go back to TYT. Cenk had me classified as an independent contractor. I worked for Cenk Uygur full-time as a video editor, and I didn't get any benefits whatsoever. Look how clear it is. After asking for help, hey man, can I please get benefits and paid days off for this job? No, but we'll call you part-time, and then you'll work full-time hours. Still no benefits. That's what happened. I didn't work part-time. These are all around 8 hours. Most of them are over 8 hours. TYT's threshold for working part-time is 30 hours per week. These are 40-hour weeks while I was classified part-time because I had woken up the union on purpose. I'd heard of the previous engagement with IATSE, and so I woke up around the time that they switched me to part-time temporary. If this doesn't seem like a reason one should unionize, I don't know what does. Those are the 3 ethical boundaries. It's the working conditions, the union busting, and the smear. It's very well documented. Lying to his own audience in order to protect his political ambitions, lying about his unionizing workers, about their integrity, about their intelligence in order to protect his political ambitions, using his media company.
I was like, we have a great relationship with our employees. They would normally just come to us, right? And so it turns out they didn't. And
well, didn't we or did we, Cenk? Because here is an email I sent to TYT asking them for help. I wanted to be paid for time off and I wanted health insurance. I'd already asked them in May of 2019. This is what precipitated them switching me to part-time. That was when the disrespect knife got twisted even more. He said, they could have just come to us. This is me coming to them. This is me asking. This is me saying, hey, could we fix this? I said, can I get paid for time I took off? But excluding me was very unfair. I just wanted the same disrespect the other workers got. Their answer was, nope, we will not backdate pay or benefits. So not only is he lying to them that nobody came to them, somebody did, and their answer was fuck off. That's the story Cenk is afraid you'll learn. This is the reason he made that barf face when Francesca brought up my name, because I'm not willing to let him tell this story his way, because he is not telling people the truth. It's not his story to tell. He's not a credible source on the story because he's incentivized to be dishonest about it.
By the way, there was a couple of people that came up to us and said, hey, we didn't want this, and they're kind of bullying us, right? And I don't mean IATSE, I mean some other folks that were there.
So he's saying that now he's accusing his own unionizing workers of bullying other workers? That's an outrageous thing to say. That's an accusation that he needs to prove. He is not giving them the whole story whatsoever. But him to suggest that he's not a union buster and that this was all just a big miscommunication, it's bullshit. It's worse than bullshit. He's replacing the fog that I'm clearing. I have receipts for everything I'm saying. I know I'm scrolling super fast right now, but just so you know, I've done a lot of work. I put a lot of effort into this project.
These guys who haven't worked here in 5 years,
That's me.
put out this ridiculous thing as if like there's like this big fight, and
That's me. That's me. It wasn't. No, it wasn't a big fight. It was a top-down class war. It was a battle and the age-old fight for dignity at the workplace. The workers were defending themselves, because this is the crux of the problem, is that Cenk is telling a narrative about this union that is not true.